Okay, I'm back. I decided to make some tea. It's currently steeping. I don't know why I don't just make tea for every single stream. Like, I always... If I don't make it at the start, I always make it during the break. You know, a warm drink is always good for your throat. I was curious... There's nothing anymore about any potential leads. So if there was something else, I think I've missed it. And at this point, like, I have no fucking clue. Granted, I didn't go everywhere, but like, I went everywhere I could logically think of. If you have business with us, please knock. This must be the place. How do we proceed, Lloyd? We knock? Excuse me, is anybody there? And who might you all be? We're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We were hoping to ask your branch manager a few questions regarding a certain incident, if possible. Wait here for a moment. Well, here we go. Man, what kind of trouble are we getting ourselves into this time? Suppose we will find out very soon. I apologize for the wait. The branch manager will see you now. Please come in. Thank you. If you'll excuse us. And in we go. I'm assuming the other door is going to be locked as well. Yeah. They don't want me going anywhere else. Oh, how nice of you to finally visit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD Special Support Section. The pleasure is all mine. I'm Elie, manager of Hayway Trading's Crossbell branch. So you're Lloyd, and you three must be Elie, Randy, and Tio, correct? How'd you... May I ask how you know of our names already? Truth be told, I'm an avid reader of the Crossbell Times. I was mesmerized by your exploits and instantly became a fan. Though boorish of me, I decided to investigate your backgrounds through various intermediaries. Is that so? Yeesh, 5 seconds in, he's already holding all the cards. He's just as cunning and intelligent as we were told. It's an absolute honor to meet such an intriguing group as yourselves. What brings you to our office today? Was there a problem of some sort with our business operations? No, that's not it. We're actually in the middle of investigating an incident involving Arc-en-Ciel. Arc-en-Ciel, you say? But of course! Crossbell's very own pride and theatrical group. I've been meaning to see one of their shows ever since I first arrived here, but work has kept me oh so busy, you know. I seem to recall having announced their next production, correct? Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, our investigation is related to an issue with their upcoming show. We'd actually like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Oh dear, it sounds like quite the predicament. Very well, I shall comply with your request, free of charge, of course. Yin, you say? We're aware that Hayway's main office is located in the Republic's eastern quarter. We're thinking that due to that, you might be familiar with Yin. Interesting. Am I to assume that you're implying I have connections to this criminal named Yin? No, of course not. To be honest, we simply don't have a lot of info, so we're following up on any and all leads we have. Oh, is that so? Well, alright then. This may be rather basic information, but I can tell you some of the legends regarding Yin in more detail. We're listening. The name Yin holds a particularly strong influence within the Eastern Quarter. A Shangshao, an assassin, hidden behind a mask and beneath a pitch-black cloak. No one has ever gazed upon his true face. He appears like a shadow and vanishes like a phantom. His prey has never once escaped. And though it may seem preposterous, some say Yin may be immortal. Immortal? What do you mean? Well, documents show that Yin has been operating as an assassin for at least a century. His rise into legend began shortly after the democratization of the Calvard Republic. If you were to examine records from that time, Yin's name is frequently mentioned. The demon draped in black sent one prominent figure after another to their grave during this chaotic period in history. The story is getting more outlandish by the second. Gotta be just some scary fable to keep the kiddos in line. No way he's real. No, Mr. Orlando, Yin is very real. What? Yin far surpasses a mere tall tale in the underworld of the Eastern Quarter. Though his true identity is unknown, Zemiria's greatest assassin can be employed for the right price. A master of all assassination techniques, a martial artist with incredible dexterity and agility who lurks in the shadows. He is recognized as such, and his deadly work speaks to his existence. A certain organization highly values Yin and entrusts many jobs to him, or so the rumor goes. The organization you are referring to. Ah, yes, that reminds me, while we're on the topic of Yin, I've heard recent claims of Yin having vanished entirely from the Eastern Quarter. It has come to my attention that he has accepted a hefty job from the aforementioned organization. Apparently, it involved traveling to a certain autonomous state we're all familiar with. I don't like what you're implying. What's the matter? Look at his face. He's obviously plotting. I haven't given you the name of the organization, have I? Nor the name of the state. You and Ricochet are one and the same. Oh, please, refrain from comparing Heiaway to that measly local gang. Or at least that's what I'd like to say. Quite frankly, I'm more than impressed with how well they managed to adapt to this peculiar city. Those persistent little pests have caused quite a bit of trouble for us. You fessing up? He's not even pretending anymore. I am merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. Do you take issue with that, officers? Let me ask you this one final question. Has Arkansas been caught in the crossfire between you and Ricochet? Oh? We just received information about Ricochet's proposal for Arkansas to perform in the Imperial capital. Were you considering a similar proposal too? I have no problem admitting that certain crowds in the Republic wish to be graced by their presence. However, our company is unconcerned with matters relating to the entertainment industry. I certainly am perplexed, though. Why exactly was the threat letter signed with the name of an assassin? That's what I intend to find out. Thank you for your time, Cal. We appreciate your cooperation. Lloyd, you sure we're done here, man? I doubt we'd get much more out of him if we stayed any longer. Besides, Cal already seems more than busy enough, so we really should excuse ourselves. Lloyd's right. Thank you for being so considerate. One more thing before you leave, Detective Bennings. What is it? Come now, don't look so displeased. Do you recall me saying that I'm a big fan of the SSS? Believe me when I say that was no lie. Huh? I must say this current investigation of yours absolutely fascinates me. As one of your fans, I can hardly wait to see how you'll resolve this one. I am most certainly looking forward to reading about it. Thank you for stopping by, officers. The branch manager says you may contact us again should anything happen. We appreciate the offer. So, now we have to worry about these guys on top of Ricochet. I want to say they at least seem a bit friendlier. Maybe they see us as so little of a threat they think they can screw with us. That is not out of the realm of possibility. Elie, you okay? Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. More importantly, we found out that the legendary assassin Yin has managed to infiltrate Crosswell State. We at least managed to get that information out of Cal. Yeah, it didn't seem like he was lying. Also, I don't get the impression that Cal is the one threatening Arc-en-Ciel and Elie. I was thinking the same thing. If that were the case, no way he'd have hinted at his connection to Yin. Then would that mean Yin's actions are not tied to his employer, Heiwei, but rather he was acting of his own accord? We might be out of options if that's the case. Let's assume you're right. That means Cal probably doesn't know Yin's true identity. Sounds like our only option is to catch a legendary assassin then. Unfortunately. If Yin is truly after Elie's life, then this case may be beyond our capabilities. There's no guarantee that we'd be able to apprehend a professional assassin like Yin. That being the case, wouldn't it be better to leave this to headquarters? Well, that's... Would they not simply look the other way like they did the incident downtown? I doubt it. Arc-en-Ciel, and by extension Elie, are incredibly important to the people of Crossbell. Headquarters would definitely take action if her life were in danger. They'd stake their pride on it. That's correct. You're with the 1st Investigator Division. I am Alex Dudley. Come with me. Why? Only a fool would discuss information here of all places. We don't have time to waste. Follow me. Understood. What the hell's going on all of a sudden? What's the matter with all of you? I don't know what you were thinking waltzing in there like that. Furthermore, you decided to discuss your investigation within earshot of their building. Sorry, sir. You're right, we weren't being careful enough. Well, what's done is done. Well? Well, what? You're going to explain to me what you were babbling on about with Arc-en-Ciel, and how this all relates to your little visit to Heiwei. You better tell me everything you know. Excuse me? Where the hell is this coming from? It is brazen of you to demand that after showing up so suddenly. I wonder which one of us is truly brazen. The 1st Division has been keeping tabs on Heiwei for over a month already. You're the ones who barged into our investigation without any notice. Wait, seriously? Does that mean you're after Yin too? So you know about Yin, Well, no matter. Start talking and don't leave anything out. If you don't comply, I won't hesitate to file a complaint to Sergei over this obstruction of our investigation. Kiss 1.0, it's true! Damn it, alright, fine. However, our investigation is a formal request submitted to the SSS, so we need it to stay confidential. I'll be the one to decide that. Out with the details already, this is an order. I understand the situation. I didn't think there was anything concrete, but it seems they finally tipped their hand. Are you referring to Yin? Yes, I am. Heiwei employed a legendary assassin as a trump card in order to threaten Revachay's influence. The 1st Division received an anonymous tip with information regarding Heiwei. We've been surveilling them ever since. But who would have thought a group of amateurs would stumble onto the scene and give us just the lead we needed? Wow, that almost sounded like a compliment. I would like to inquire as to why you only had Heiwei under your surveillance. I am under the impression that your team is leaving Revachay unchecked. What are you implying? The 1st Division already understands Revachay's operating procedure. We're also fully aware of both the incident downtown and how they've used warhounds. Don't think for a second that we haven't kept tabs on the cases you've been getting involved in. What? Then why? If we got involved in every little thing they did, there would be no end to it. None of the incidents you took on were anything as serious as murder. They were simply petty crimes. I don't know know if, like, injuring and assaulting people with war dogs is a petty crime, but okay. Do you honestly think we'd put off more important cases to divert our limited personnel to such minor issues? I understand that, but still. Those of us in the First Division are leagues apart from know-nothings like yourselves. He's just as arrogant as Machias at the start was, too. Although was Machias arrogant? I think he's more bitter. Eustace was the arrogant one, I guess. We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? I knew it. I always had a feeling. I suppose peace and prosperity are hanging by a thread. Yes, and most of the citizens fail to realize it. Sure, it might be popular to read stories on Rebushe's ties to Imperial faction Diet members. Meanwhile, Heiawei is in the process of deepening their relationship with the Republican faction. If we allow it to progress any further, they'll be untouchable. Our laws against espionage are lax as well. Agents from foreign intelligence agencies are free to enter and leave however they'd like. I never realized. This is unbelievable. The way you're talking, Crossbow's already got one foot in the grave. They kinda do. In a situation as desperate as this, our only option is to simply do what we're able to. We assess how dangerous each case is, and even if we can't solve the root cause of it, we can at least lessen the impact. Handling Yin is nothing more than solving one part of a larger puzzle. We haven't been able to keep a close watch on the case regarding Arkansas. Thank you for the valuable information. The First Division will handle it from here. You may return to your usual duties. What? I feel like that's all Lloyd has said in this entire conversation. The hell is this crap? After carefully assessing the situation, I've ascertained that Yin is more than a mere legend. We'll be observing Heiawei's movements while protecting Elie Platier from falling victim to our mysterious assassin. Tell me, would you be able to handle all that? Damn it. Given our lack of resources, it would prove to be difficult. At the very least, I can let you handle contacting Arkansas. Make sure you tell them that their case has been transferred to the First Division. See to it that they're given a proper explanation. What the hell? He just shows up, gives us shit, takes our case, and then drives off. And in a personal vehicle at that, adding insult to injury. As frustrated as we all are, I understand where he's coming from. I actually agree with him. The scope of this case has gone way beyond our level of experience. All we can do now is inform the troop and offer our sincerest apologies. Guess you're right. We have run out of options. Hold on, guys. And Lloyd, you're the last person I expected to hear that from. You told us to overcome our barriers. You said as long as we're together, that no barrier is too high, didn't you? So why? Why are you giving up so easily? Elie? Whoa there, where's this coming from? Didn't you already tell us it'd be better to leave it at headquarters? Wait, is that... I did, didn't I? Elie? I understand. I'm frustrated too, Elie. I want to do something about it just as much as you do. If you don't want us to give up, then we'll find another way. No, it's alright. Sorry, everyone. I think I've just had a rough day is all. Well, we did spend our entire day running into one jackass after another. Let's go report the news to Arkansas. We can head back to base and relax for a bit after. It sounds like a reasonable plan. Sure, sounds good. Is that okay with you, Elie? Yes, thank you, everyone. Let's be off to Arkansas then. Well, this is a kick in the teeth, isn't it? I'm gonna mainly run there. Huh? Ooh, who dat? Is it the mayor? Oh, what a surprise. Good afternoon, Miss Elie. Is that Ellie's dad? Oh, grandfather. Close enough. Hello, grandfather. Ernest. Did I hear her right? This man is Ellie's grandfather. It's been some time. I'm glad to see you're looking well. How has work been going? He looks like the architect from The Matrix. Like the second one. Are we in a Matrix? Is that what was implied? This is a Cold Steel thing. I don't know if Matrix is the right thing. Well, we're still new to this, so there's a lot left to learn for us to learn. But I assure you, I don't intend to bring any shame upon the McDowell name. Oh, Elie, I've told you before, haven't I? You don't have to worry yourself over things like that. Are these your colleagues, by chance? Yes, they are. It's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm with the CPD Special Support Section. You, Plato, how do you do? How's it going? Name's Randy Orlando. My name is Henry McDowell. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you. I must thank you for taking care of my granddaughter. It's quite the opposite, sir. Ellie's the one that's always looking after us. True, she's a healer. Mademoiselle's a bona fide genius when it comes to dealing with all the paperwork we gotta go through every day. That does not excuse your utter lack of assistance, Randy. Is that so? Well, what is important is that you're content with your post. You know, Miss Elie, I really think you should make some time to stop by home every once in a while. I'm sorry. I've been hesitant to rely too much on my family since I began living on my own. Even so, don't you... It's fine, Ernest. Elie wishes to stand by her decision. Listen, dear. Continue down the path you've chosen until you're satisfied. I cannot mix business with personal affairs, but know that I will help you out to the best of my ability. I know, thank you, grandfather. Now then, shall we go, Ernest? I have a meeting with the Business Owners Association next, correct? Yes, sir. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. His sprite looks like, fucking the Colonel. KFC Colonel. But his portrait looks like the architect from The Matrix. Whew, now that's one bitchin' ride. I knew your family was loaded, Mademoiselle. I wouldn't really... Wait just a second. Whoa. Lloyd? He said Henry McDowell, right? As in the mayor of Crossbell City? That Henry McDowell? Say what? He is? Come to think of it, I do recall seeing that information in the database. Oh dear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you hadn't noticed until now. There was always something about your surname that bothered me, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. The mayor's name must have totally slipped my mind, I guess. And I call myself a detective. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. Besides, my grandfather's position has nothing to do with me. Oh? Anyway, we should hurry and speak with Elie and the others. We still need to tell them about the First Division taking over the case. Yeah, unfortunately. Yo, Mademoiselle, why do you think your granddad stopped by Arc-en-Ciel? Oh, that? Arc-en-Ciel's first public performance of the new production is being held alongside this year's anniversary festival. I assume he was here for a business meeting regarding that. Huh? Are they dancing? That is witchcraft. Oh, look. You're back. Just in time, too. That was amazing. You two are incredible. Indeed, I've never experienced anything quite like that. You think so? Sounds like if we iron out the kinks, this might be a crowd favorite. Oh, that gives me an idea. How about How about you wait another moment before the Moon Princess's spin, Risha? That way, it'll give the Sun Princess just enough time to react in a way that'll really capture the audience's heart. That's perfect. Your dancing isn't the only thing that's amazing. You're going above and beyond to perfect every little part of the performance. Well, I figure if we can do it, we might as well strive for perfection till it's time to perform. But enough about that. Have there been any developments in the investigation? Oh, that's right. Yes, actually. It's not exactly good news. What do you mean? Alright then. Let me go grab Avon and then you can fill us in on everything, okay? Ooh, the fucking chandelier shot is it? Oh, this is nice. This is nice camera work, game. This Yin character sounds like he's quite dangerous. You can't be serious. He's really somewhere in the city? Wow. Well, that sure is a fun story. A shadowy, immortal assassin whose legend is whispered in the dark corners of the Eastern Quarter. Oh, I love it. The character practically begs to be on this stage. I'll have to add him to our next production. Heck, we can even work the general outfit into our third act right now. Just gotta get some white robes and the costume is set. What? I thought he was clad in all black. What? Elie. This is an assassin we're talking about. Why can't you take this more seriously? We suspect that Yin is being employed by a group known as Heiwei. But we still don't quite understand why Yin sent Elie the threat letter in the first place. One thing is certain though, the chance that this is nothing more than a prank has decreased significantly. Is there any chance you could postpone or out of the question? We wouldn't walk off the stage even if a bomb was about to go off. Isn't that right, Avon? Well, I suppose so. Though we aren't all quite as passionate as Elie. The truth is that all members of our Arkansas belong to the stage, heart and soul. You wouldn't find one member of the troupe who would abandon their beloved stage under any circumstances. I may be new to all this, but I feel the same way. Yeesh, I'm sure people tell you to break a leg out there, but at this rate, your legs will be the least of your worries. If you intend to proceed with the show, does that mean you're also okay with the First Division taking over security? Well, I mean, it is pretty annoying, but the show must go on, no matter the cost. So what kind of people are these First Division guys? Well, they're definitely very talented and more qualified for the job. Objectively speaking, they're excellent at what they do. The members of the First Division are an elite group that live up to their name. They should be able to protect you and your show with the utmost discretion until curtain call. I was really hoping to avoid having a bunch of police in here. Then again, we will have a full house. Better safe than sorry. I agree. I think that's for the best. Anyway, we are talking about you here, Elie. Once the show starts, you won't even notice them. How rude! I'll have you know that I always pay close attention to my audience. The show only reaches its full potential when the audience and play are completely in sync. Isn't that one of your famous sayings? For anyone else's case, yes. In yours, however, I'd say it's more along the lines of you forcibly dragging everyone into your own performance. He's not mincing words at all, is he? Indeed, she is surely the very picture of a theater geek. Excuse me, Lloyd? Does this mean you won't be part of the investigation anymore? I'm really sorry, Risha. We don't have much wiggle room here. First Division is going to completely take over the case. With them on it, you won't have anything to worry about at least. I see, that's a shame. The only reason I agreed to all this in the first place was because you were leading the show, Lloyd. Still, I appreciate you looking into things for us. I'll send some tickets your way as thanks, so be sure to come and see the play next time you're free. Oh yes, I'm sure we can arrange something, though I'm afraid you may have to wait until the anniversary festival. If you're okay with tickets for next month, I can have them sent to you as gifts. Seriously? Hell yes, and here I was thinking I'd have to wait 2 months to see it. It is quite generous, thank you very much. Elie? She's been very, silent and distant this entire time. She keeps just, thinking and looking on the distance and going ... all day. Sorry, everyone. I've caused you nothing but trouble. But don't worry about it, Risha. All the running around we did today is a pretty typical work day for us. It is all simply part of the job. Yup, no worries, Risha. Forget about us and just focus on your guys' preview performance. If you say so, then I will. Thank you, everyone. Preview performance? The hell? You don't know about it already? TLoH puts on a sneak peek of their new show before it's available to the public. That's correct. This will be my first time performing in one. People all over the continent from both the industry and the media will be attending. I'm sure many influential people have been invited too in order to boost awareness of our new show. Wow, that's pretty crazy. By any chance, was Mayor McDowell invited as well? Oh yes, he's our guest of honor. I'm told he plans to support the show in conjunction with the anniversary festival. He's quite kind, despite his busy schedule. He made time to stop by and encourage us. Very much like him. Good luck with the preview, Risha. It may be your first time, but I'm sure you'll perform wonderfully. You think so? Absolutely. Considering all the practice you put in, I doubt you have anything to worry about. Hell yeah! This play is gonna bring down the house. I'm quite looking forward to it. I really appreciate the kind words, everyone. I'll get back to my practice then. Thank you for all the help. I really want to read the letter again all of a sudden. Because, like, maybe their target is someone important in that audience and not Elie herself. Ready to head back, guys? Might as well. I feel exhausted, both mentally and physically. Me too. Can I not read the letter whenever I want? Maybe the words are listed in here. Signed by someone named Ian. I want to read it word for word. Whatever. Wait, I can't. Oh, I can't fast travel. It won't even show me that fucking map. Interesting. It's probably because of this. Oh. Wait, isn't that? Oh, thank goodness. Just starting to wonder if I came to the wrong place. Ernest? Did you come to see me? Yes, I did. I had business to attend to at the office, so I decided to stop by. Elie? What's wrong? You don't look too great. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys were visiting our TLoH earlier today, right? Did you run into some sort of problem with your police work? Well, sort of. It's not anything major, but someone in the troop requested our help, and we went to report what we found, that's all. You know, I wasn't sure if I should stop by here today or not. But I'm sure now that it was the right decision. What do you mean? Allow me to be honest with you. Elie, I want you to quit the force and return to us. Quit the force? Whoa there, buddy. That came out of left field. I get the impression this does not stem from feelings of love, at least. I know it was your idea to join the CPD, Elie. But seeing you now, you look so worn down, so lost. Are you sure this is really the right path for you? What are you saying, Ernest? Listen to me. I know you understand the current political climate and the despair that comes with it better than anyone. That's likely where your initial urge to join the police originated from. Just try to think about the torment and pain the mayor is going through, what he feels in the current situation. With the anniversary festival coming up next month, Mayor McDowell is up to his neck in work. And after that, it's right back to arguing with the Imperial and Republican factions over the budget. And in 6 months, he'll be up for re-election. I'm sure you know Mayor McDowell has planned to retire, but without someone to carry on his policies, he feels like he can't. I'm sure that if you were by his side, he'd feel much more confident about being able to keep up going with his work. Oh, I'm sorry, perhaps I'm overstepping. However, I can't ignore the issue any longer. As someone who respects Mayor McDowell and has been with your family for years, I cannot stand idle any longer. Ernest. Of course, the path you ultimately choose to follow is entirely up to you. I just want you to stop and think hard about whether this path you're on now is the right one. Well, I'm gonna need some time. Excuse me, everyone. I'm tired, so I'm gonna go rest in my room for now. But sure? My apologies for suddenly showing up out of the blue like this. It's, okay. Seems to be a pretty complicated family matter. Just try not to bother Mademoiselle for a while, you got it? Seconded. Personally, it feels like you are attempting to take Elie away from us. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. However, you are aware she originally wanted to become a politician before joining the police, aren't you? Really? Huh? You're pulling my leg. That would explain her seemingly boundless knowledge of politics and economics. As the granddaughter of the current mayor, she grew up surrounded by politics. It was only natural for her to want to pursue a career in it. To that end, she studied abroad in a number of different nations to hone her skills for international relations and learn foreign policies. However, when she returned home last year, she was dead set on joining the CPD. That's what happened. I was unaware. I did always wonder why a fancy lady like herself was working for the CPD. Would you keep an eye on her until she makes her decision? I can't bear to see her flounder about like this, unsure of the path in life she should take. Goodness, it's already gotten so late. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. I'll get out of your hair now. Oh, okay then. Huh. There certainly has been a great deal to sigh about today. Sure has. We got put through so much shit. Definitely one of those days that just kicks you in the nuts over and over. I know what you mean. Anyway, let's report back to the chief and call it a day. So that's where things stand. Well, you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and give up here? You're saying we have a choice? The First Division took over the case. There's no way we can oppose them, given our team's position on the force. Yeah, I guess not. The Fox would track you down and give you his longest bitching session yet. Probably. Could we not simply offer our assistance to the First Division? I don't know how well that'd play out, considering the shit we got in from that glasses-wearing dick. Yep, that's also a long shot. The CPD's real fussy when it comes to jurisdiction. Makes cooperation between departments a real pain in the ass. That goes double for the First Division. No way a group of elites like them would accept help from a group of rookies like the SSS. But if you're talking about working incognito, that's another topic altogether. Sir? Ha. This is the Special Support Section, the most unconventional department on the force. Sure, HQ tends to ignore us, but that gives you guys a certain level of discretion you can use to your advantage. Basically, as long as you stay quiet about it, you can poke your noses into other departments' jurisdictions without sending them into a tizzy. You do realize you just said we can ignore our superiors' orders, right? What a bad influence. It's like I told you before. I might not be able to help you in the field, but I'll cover your asses when I can. In the end, you guys will need to be the ones who take action, though. That being said, your current situation might make this plan impossible to pull off. One of you is struggling to figure out what to do, and this is something you can only overcome by operating as a team. You're right, but yeah, it's hard to get fired up without Mademoiselle with us. The way she was acting, it was like her head was somewhere else entirely. She has been like that all day, from what I could tell. Is Elie going to be alright? Zeit don't give a fuck what's happening. He's just chilling. Elie. For these past 2 months, I thought we'd become pretty close. Seems like I never really understood the important things she was dealing with. I had no idea she was Mayor McDowell's granddaughter, and an aspiring politician on top of that. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend the police academy, right, Elie? So how did you end up with the CPD? Well, to put it simply, this is my way of getting some real-world experience. While I didn't attend the academy, I did take a written exam and marksmanship test when I applied. They couldn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests. You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart. Do you think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, though. You must have had your own reasons for joining the CPD, right, Lloyd? Well, perhaps it'd be best to continue this talk after we've officially become coworkers. Ooh, let's continue that talk right now. We'll see if Ellie's up for a chat. She's worried about something. Maybe I can help somehow. Maybe we can continue that conversation we started. Does anyone else want to chat? What you up to, Lloyd? Going out on town? Well, not exactly. Oh, it's about Mademoiselle Elie then, huh? Well, I can't blame you for being worried. Sounds like she got a lot on her mind right now. Not sure if it's the kind of stuff we should really be butting into, though. Yeah, that might be true. Still, if something's on her mind, I want her to know she can rely on us. Oh, were you busy reading something, Tio? Yes, I was halfway through this science journal, actually. Lloyd. I know you're worried about Elie too, aren't you? I was just thinking about going to talk to her. Is that so? If that is the case, I will let you handle it, Lloyd. After all, dealing with these kinds of issues does not fall into my area of expertise. True. She's got like sad kitty pillows though. That'd probably help with the conversation. Here goes nothing. Elie, do you have a minute? No reply. Is she asleep? No, I don't sense anyone inside. What is with this universe and people sensing other people? How is it? Elie? Sorry, I'm coming in. Just as I thought, she's not here. Where could she have gone? Try looking around the building. She's probably on the roof. If I was her right now, I'd be on the roof. Yup. Oh. Lloyd? Hey, Elie. How did you know it was me? Just a hunch. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you'd come here. Guess you were right. Breathtaking as always. Isn't that the IBC in the distance? Yes, it is. I doubt you would find a cityscape as beautiful as Crosswell's even if you scoured the entire continent. Yet the more the lights of the city shine, the more the stars seem to dim. The purity of starlight, the symbol of Adios' love. I was thinking over everything that happened today. With Revachet, Hayway, and Dudley. No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Revachet's iron grip is here to stay. I am merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. Do you take offense with that, officers? We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? That was the darkness of this city, the tragic truth of the state of Crossbell. We're kept alive only by the will of the Empire and the Republic, stripped of all pride, and fed constant lies and deception. We're drowning in false prosperity and novelties only because our captors allow it. Everyone just surrenders to these circumstances and accepts the status quo without realizing its true cost. That's the city we live in. Maybe you're right. But you don't want to surrender just yet, do you, Elie? I once had a mother and father. Oh, no. Are we trauma dumping? Oh, I suppose putting it like that makes it sounds like as if they've passed away. Still very much alive. What I mean to say is, they divorced when I was little. My mother lives in the Empire now, my father in the Republic. I had no idea. My father was born and raised in the Republic. We probably ran into Ellie's mom at some point. That's more than likely. I vaguely remember running into an older woman with, like, silver hair. He moved to Crossbell City, met my mother, and after marrying into the McDowell family, he strove to become a politician. Immediately after he joined the Diet, he recognized Crossbell's ugly, distorted reality. As someone with a strong sense of justice, he made it his duty to mend this broken city. Year after year, he drafted reform bills, all in the hopes of bringing change to the state. That's amazing. No, in the end, none of his bills were ever passed. The Imperial and Republican factions both shunned him, ridiculed him. One by one, his allies betrayed him, friends left him, and he became the laughingstock of the political world. Not even my grandfather, as well respected as he is for being neutral, was able to mend his career. Crossbell brought my father to utter despair. Then one day he quit, as a Diet member, as a husband, and as my father. He decided to leave everything behind for Calvard. Mother couldn't stop him, and at the same time she couldn't uproot me, still a small child, to follow him all the way there. Eventually they settled on a divorce and my father was gone for good. It always seemed like Mother hated him for what he did, but I got the impression that underneath it all she still loved him. It soon became apparent that living in Crossbell, the state that robbed her of her love, would be too much to bear. My mother left to go live with relatives in Erebonia. It was then that I was taken in by grandfather, who raised me into the person I am today. That was the reason I was drawn to following him down the path of politics. It wasn't due to any desire to avenge my father or anything like that. I just couldn't understand it. How could a family so happy and loving end up falling apart so completely? After I made my decision, grandfather began to help me. I studied abroad all over the continent, focusing on politics and economics. However, the more I studied, the more I realized how complicated of a quagmire Crossbell's situation truly was. Caught between the Empire and the Republic, our justice, our interests are pulled apart by the gravity of their immense power, entangled with their own and distorted beyond all recognition. It was there that I hit a wall, an insurmountable barrier in my way. The same one my father faced, and one I'm sure my grandfather faces as well. Do you know who represents the government of Crossbell State, Lloyd? Isn't it Mayor McDowell? Well, yes, but he's not the only one. It's actually both the Crossbell City Mayor and the Speaker of the Diet. Grandfather and the Imperial faction's Speaker Hartman jointly represent our government. That's how we operate, according to state law. Sounds like I should have studied a bit more. But wait, why did Crossbell adopt such a divided system in the first place? It's obvious, isn't it? If two representatives from opposite factions have equal authority, they can hinder things for each other, making political reform nearly impossible. What? No way! But now that you mention it, it does make sense. With two people on top, one side can easily sabotage the other if they try to push some sort of reform through. The fact that this happens is a tragic inevitability given Crossbell's founding. 70 years ago, Crossbell State was born from a mutual agreement between Erebonia and Calvard. In fact, the state's founders were themselves Imperial and Republican lawyers. Seeing the current state of Crossbell, I can't help but think of it as a curse. I was at a loss. Little does she know, the curse is coming. If I were to continue into the world of politics, that same curse would grab me by the neck and drag me under, just like my father. That's why I decided on a new approach, one my family hadn't yet tried. And that was the CPD? Yes, from there I told myself I could see Crossbell's twisted reality firsthand, without looking through the muddied lens of politics. I convinced myself that the experiences I gained here would one day be my secret weapon when I finally joined Crossbell's political world. A reform that my father failed to achieve and grandfather is unable to pursue. I thought this new perspective would be the key to finally making it a reality. Maybe. But perhaps I was just lying to myself. Perhaps I was just running away. Everything that happened today, I knew it was likely I'd encounter those issues. But still, the reality of things was even colder and crueler than I had imagined. When confronted with it, I was at a loss. Maybe I'm incapable of doing anything on my own after all. Maybe I'm just a broken little girl, abandoned by her mother and father. So what? Huh? You try way too hard to be perfect, Elie. I can't afford to fail. I need to take care of everything myself, shoulder every responsibility. That's the way you've been thinking, isn't it? That's not... Today was probably our roughest day yet. Being ridiculed, having to hear that all our efforts are in vain. But think about it. Aren't those the things we signed up for when we joined the SSS? Remember, Elie, there may be barriers we can't get over today, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to get over them tomorrow. Tomorrow. Right now, the barrier that stands before us is the threat letter case. And even though the 1st Division is taking it over, I say we continue investigating independently from them. What? But is there even anything else we can do at this point? Since the 1st Division may be great at what they do. But even so... Hold on. Oh, sure! The 1st Division may be great at what they do. But even so, it's obvious that they're stuck in a cop's mindset, only adhering to traditional logic. Maybe a new perspective is exactly what's needed to crack this case. At least, that's how I feel about things. Lloyd, just like how you joined the CPD to gain a new perspective on Crossbell, right? If we're somehow able to solve this case, then I'm sure that means your goal isn't out of reach either. Of course, I shouldn't really compare our investigation to Crossbell's underlying issues. But what we need right now is the experience of overcoming these kinds of obstacles. If we keep clearing the small barriers one by one, then someday we'll have the power to get over the big ones too. In these 2 months we've been together, I've come to realize something. You have your own troubles you're working to overcome, don't you? So, how are you able to stay so optimistic? Well, let's see. Maybe it's because I have someone I'm trying to catch up to. Though that in itself may be a problem. I think I understand. But I'm not as strong as you are. I'm just so tired of it all. I didn't come up here with the intention of talking so much about my past. But I just couldn't keep it bottled up anymore. At this rate, I'm only going to drag the team down. If that's the case, I should probably... Elie? We need you, Elie. Your profound knowledge, your negotiation skills, your sharpshooting, your sense of justice. If you're going to stand up to this city, we're going to need you. But... that's not it, though. While all of that's true, my point is this. I'd be happy if you decided to stay by my side, Elie. What? We were a bit of a mess at the start, but I feel like we've really started to become a team over these past 2 months. Even when we're bombarded with the stress of daily life, we make time for the small things, like deciding whose turn it is to cook. We've all come to trust in everyone's individual strengths. Not every day you find teammates like that. True. True. We may still be rookies, sure. It's too early for us to be able to tackle every problem by ourselves. It's also too early for us to give in and despair and give up trying to fix things. We'll tackle each day head on, do whatever we can, and keep relentlessly confronting the status quo. If that somehow fails, we'll just come up with a new plan, together. You, me, Randy, and Tio. Despite the way he acts, the Chief is always doing everything he can to support us from the side. Heck, even Zeit has our backs now. So don't forget, Elie, you're not alone. You're absolutely right. I'm not alone. How could I have forgotten something so important? Thank you, Lloyd. Even though it won't be easy to solve all my problems, I do feel a little better now. Glad to hear it. Still, apart from the lines that sounded like they came straight out of a teen drama, I was a bit surprised. I'm painfully aware of how cheesy they were, okay? But what do you mean by surprised, Elie? Because, well, talking about how I'm needed and telling me you want me by your side. I thought you were confessing your love to me. Confessing? Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Oh? So are you saying I'm not good enough then? You know that's not it. Oh, come on, you're just teasing me now, aren't you? Just a little payback. You really should be more careful, Lloyd. You might not realize you're doing it, but you really have the potential to be a serious womanizer. Hey, hold on a second. I'd understand if you're talking about Randy, but why me? The fact that you don't even know you're doing it makes it all the worse. Good grief, Lloyd. Can't believe just hearing those words made my heart start beating so fast. What was that? Nothing. But anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you reported to the chief. Did you guys come up with a plan for how to continue our investigation? No, not yet. Right now the case hinges on figuring out what Yin hopes to accomplish. Tomorrow we can ask around and see if we can find some sort of lead. Sounds good. Thanks to you, I have a feeling that I'll be sleeping soundly tonight. How about we hold a meeting tomorrow morning after we get some much-needed rest? Sounds like a plan. Ooh, my first combo attack! That's exciting. That concludes this week's report. The warhounds they've trained may prove troublesome. If Master Yin were available, he would easily compensate for our lack of force. Very well. We shall continue with all our current operating protocols within the city. In addition, recall half of our personnel currently dispatched to Altair. Understood. I shall take my leave, Master Cow. Have a pleasant evening. Yes, to you as well. How troublesome. I'd rather not have to request the Elder's assistance. Such help would come with a heavy debt. If only Master Yin were more cooperative, our plans would be proceeding splendidly. Worry not, I plan to uphold my end of the bargain. It shouldn't surprise me that you were eavesdropping. Dear me, I fear I may have made a few slips of the tongue. Please, we both know you said exactly as much as you wanted me to hear. Just as cunning as ever. Me? Oh goodness no, I'm no match for you. So, to what do I owe this visit? Are you perhaps in the mood to call some warhounds for us? Your subordinates are more than capable enough to handle that matter. My role is to take care of Rebechet's main force, beginning with that man Garcia. That was what you hired me for, was it not? Oh dear, you truly are no fun. Come to my attention that you've become entangled with Eric and Ciel for some odd reason. I'll have you know the CPD is quite good at their job, so don't do anything that will bring us trouble. Do I make myself clear? No need to worry. More importantly, what is your impression of the Special Support Section? Oh, so that's what you've come here for. Let's see. They are an intriguing combination of young people. Their leader, Lloyd, most of all. He's perfectly aware of his weakness, yet he continues to push forward with determination. He seems to have a strong intuition as well. To be honest, I quite like people like him. I was not asking you about your tastes. What about the other members? Again, each of them proves to be quite intriguing in their own way. Mayor McDowell's granddaughter possesses a keen sense of diplomacy and operates as the team's administrator. As for the girl from the Epstein Foundation, while her oral staff itself is fascinating, I suspect she has some special qualities of her own. Lastly, we have our red-headed fellow. He has a certain air about him, one not dissimilar to our own. Intriguing indeed. I must ask, why have you taken such great interest in them? I simply wished to put them to a little test. I was curious to find out if they are worthy of taking on a request from Yin. A request from Yin. This arc so far has been, like, very intriguing. Both literally and also, like, and then, like, there's lots of intrigue. Like, political intrigue and stuff. Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand the case over to the First Division. If Riche hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden. Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. Who would know about Yin in the first place? Well, obviously Heiwei, considering that's his current employer. And then there's their rival Revachey in the First Division, who's tracking Heiwei's movements according to Dudley. From there, we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to Revachey, knows about him as well. That's the man you mentioned yesterday, right, Elie? Yes, he's a career politician with who more or less rules over the Diet, serving as the leader of the Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's Revachey's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man. I've always heard his name, but I never knew just how much power he had. If he's tied to Revachey, though, then Yin would be a threat to him as well, I imagine. Yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection. Tio, Randy? You two look completely bewildered. Is there something we're missing? No, it's just... You seem to be in a much better mood today, Elie. I guess so. I'm sorry about yesterday, everyone. I wasn't acting like myself. But I'm fine now, and I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore. You've never been a burden to us, Elie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds. Oh, do you really think so? Something smells fishy. Agreed, something is off. Very off. Wait a minute, you two. You know, now that I think of it, I could swear I heard a pair of voices chattering away on the roof from my window. I wonder. Congratulations, Lloyd and Elie. I wish the best for you two. Well, hold on, we didn't do anything that deserves a congratulations, right, Elie? Yes, I mean, no. We were just talking about life and other things of that nature. Life, eh? Yeah, I talk life with the ladies now and again. So tell me, how far did you two go? Randy! Please, Tio is sitting right there. How far did you go? Is Randy referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships? No, not at all. Lloyd and Elie, sitting in a tree. That's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. Sheesh. Me and Elie together? Romantically? You guys know that wouldn't happen. Huh? I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible. I can't really imagine a relationship going that way. Right, Elie? What's the matter? You idiot. He stepped right on a landmine. Oh yes, you were so right, Lloyd. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject, that's all. And there most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere, like you oh so graciously pointed out. Alright then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we don't exactly make a good match. Sorry. Well, either way, glad to see you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle. Ah. Yes, thank goodness. I was not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. I'm sorry, I never meant to make you all worry. I don't know where the future will take me, but right now I know this is where I'm meant to be. So everyone, I'm happy that I get to keep working with you. So am I, Elie. Yeah, damn straight. Besides, doubt we'd get much done around here without you to keep us in line. I wouldn't have to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Randy. Oh, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out? Good question. We can always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the First Division is using. However, that, unfortunately, does not do much to narrow our options down. In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Calvar's Eastern Quarter? I bet we'd find a few clues about Yin there. Oh, huh, why didn't I think of that? But would the department even authorize a business trip to a foreign country? The Eastern Quarter is far outside of our jurisdiction, after all. Tio, what are you doing? I was contemplating looking into the police database a bit more. Perhaps I would be able to learn about the First Division's movements and so on. However, I already searched it last night, so there may not be much in the way of new information. Let's try it anyway. You'd sitting around here doing nothing. Ah, what's wrong? How strange. It seems as though we have received an orb mail. What's that again? Aren't they essentially letters that can be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CBD uses the functionality. Most likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards. I'm not one of them, unfortunately. Well, who's it from? Let me check. What? What is it? Who would send us? I, Yin, hereby submit my support request. Overcome this trial and face me, only then will I grant you your mission. It's him! Is this some kind of joke? Tio, where was this mail sent from? Definitely not the police department. Got it. It was sent from the International Bank of Prospel, otherwise known as the IBC. What does that mean? Or what does this mean? The IBC is that bank that rakes in mirror from all over Zemuria, right? Why the hell would a place like that be sending us prank mail? Why do you assume I would know? I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though. Could it be possible that Yin infiltrated the IBC? It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office too. That is correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. However, I should have been more clear. The Orbal mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low. Well, we won't know until we ask them. I wanted our investigation to fly under the 1st Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice. Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again? Actually, we may be able to perform our search in secret after all. Really? How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If we explain the situation to him, he might give us a hand. You think so? Hey, ain't that convenient? Well, Mademoiselle, you got more connections than you know what to do with, don't you? I have a decent amount. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even in Crossbell City, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him actually. His name is Dieter Kreuss. What? Huh. What, he famous or something? I'll say. Honestly, you could make the argument that he's just as well known as Elie. Dieter Kreuss. He's one of the continent's most wealthy individuals and a leading figure in the Zemurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Prospel. He's the top dog of the whole freaking bank? He was originally an old friend of my father's, but he's also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. And his daughter is one of my closest childhood friends. Wow, that's amazing. But even if he is the CEO, we won't be able to do much if he's not there. You're right, I heard that he spends almost half a year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, is there? Even if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may even be able to help us. Let's do it then. We're getting somewhere with the investigation now, at least, but are you worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? It was written similarly to the threat letter, but his reason for sending it remains unclear. Well, he went out of his way to send us a challenge. It'd be rude for us not to take the bait, you know? Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then? Are there more side quests? There's 4 of them! That's surprising. We're looking for ingredients for a new fish dish. Talk to Long Lao. Testaments training. Okay. Herb retrieval. That's in St. Ursula's Hospital, 1st floor internal medicine office. And then a monster. Well, okay then. I'm all good, right, for equipment? I think I am. How much Sepith do I have? A lot. I have a lot. I'm gonna do the Testaments thing first. I don't... Have I had a single combat all day? I don't think I've had a single combat. Should I get level 2s? I do have plenty of Earth, so I may as well for that one. I'll do... I mean, I already have wind ones. Everyone has level 1 slots open. Let's open 2 of hers. 2 of hers. And then I can do 1 of each for the guys. And then I'm out of water. I mean, that works for me. It's mostly water and fire that I need. Ooh, I'll take an MP2 though. Somebody can have that. Ooh, and an action too? I would rather have this on this line. Because then I would get, like, what would I get? 8 wind? Yeah, that would give me 8 wind. And 4 time. Which would get me, what would that get me? Okay, 8 wind doesn't get me anything. Never mind. The extra time, though, would give me potentially the Lorelei spell. I don't think she has Space Mirage, though. And 4 times doesn't get me anything either. I guess 3 times gets me Chrono Drive. That is more reliable than Chrono Down. Although almost everything is not immune to any stat downs yet. Even bosses. Either way, I should actually fucking use my new quartz. MP2. I mean, this gives Lloyd it. Chrono Drive, so it's fine. And then he already has an action, so I may as well just give him the action too. And then he also gets a Chrono Drive. Yeah, that works for me. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I got nothing to offer. Can I feed the cat more food? Was that just a one-time thing? Maybe that was a one-time thing. Down to downtown. What the fuck? I gotta talk to Abyss. Oh. Oh crap, it's morning already, isn't it? Whoops, staying up drinking the night away again. Is Jinko gonna be fine opening the store on her own? Wow, isn't it pretty risky to buy up those kinds of goods? Not really. I only dabble in goods that easily sell. Looks like they're in the middle of a conversation. Oh, you're here. You requested we come, didn't you? Sounds like you wanted us to train the Testaments. That's a bit of a risky request, don't you think? What makes you so sure that we'd train a bunch of delinquents anyway? Not only that, but I was expecting to see Wazzy's name on the request. Was this all your idea? I believe you've misunderstood the request. Give me a moment. I will explain the details. It's not particularly complicated. I would like to request a lesson in the art of self-defense for our members. What? You want to be taught self-defense? The hell? You planning on using our teachings in your brawls? Again, please do not misunderstand the request. Let us suppose that the Mafia assaults us. When you say the Mafia, are you referring to Revochet or Heiaway? Is this all related to the increasing tensions between them? We've noticed them getting into more fights lately. I've heard they've even engaged in some gunfights. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be frequent. Precisely. The downtown district also happens to be in the line of fire at times. There's a warehouse district nearby filled with abandoned buildings and empty plots of land they frequently use for their skirmishes. I'm not pleased with the situation we've been placed in. Thus feeling your desire to learn self-defense. It only makes sense to be cautious given that one of your members was so badly injured in the past. It all makes sense then. I'm glad you catch on quickly. Wazzy is typically tasked with giving our members lessons in combat. However, his fighting style is too unique. It requires a flexible body and a strong affinity for it. Hence why we come to you, Lloyd Bannings. The abilities you've displayed boast defensive prowess while being simple enough to learn. May I humbly request you once again show our members your skills in a real test of combat. Naturally, I don't expect them to master it in a day. However, having first-hand experience would be a good incentive to try picking it up. I'm glad that the request doesn't have any nefarious intentions. Agreed, I take no issues in accepting the request. What are your thoughts, Lloyd? A lesson in self-defense? I wouldn't necessarily call what I do self-defense. Rather, they're restraint techniques taught at the police academy. That's still fine with you? Indeed. Since this is merely for training purposes, I also have no objections toward you bringing your comrades along to battle. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but also it's like, we're a gang. You're cops. Will you teach us to fight? Seems to me like we shouldn't do it, you know? Like, that sounds like a corrupt thing to do. But we're gonna do it. Now that we've heard your circumstances, we have no reason to refuse your request. Not only that, but this is a good opportunity for me to brush up my skills. Figures you'd say that. You sound like Reen. May have some trouble taking them all on at once, Lloyd. Don't forget you got us to take some of the heat off you. For sure, I'll be counting on you guys to back me up. It's settled then. Everybody assemble! The Testaments will now engage in a series of practice fights with the SSS. A series of fights. Keep that noted. Don't blow all my EP in one battle. The objective is a 4-on-4 battle. The Testaments will fight the special support section with all of their might. Let's see those self-defense techniques you cops are so proud of. In return, we'll show you the full power of the Testaments. If you don't take this seriously, you'll get beaten to a pulp. Prepare yourselves. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna have another fight with Abbas in it? And then maybe we'll do another fight with Wazzy in it. Like, I don't... You guys got spunk, I'll give you that. We'll put our skills to the test to see how well we can control the tide of battle. We'd better not hold back, or it could hardly be called training. Let's give them everything we've got. Do I have to analyze all four of them? Cowardly but hides it with an attitude. Okay. Can't help but notice they're all going for Elie. Like, for some reason, the AI just loves to fucking do. Every single time. I don't want a battle scope. But I don't want to miss any battle info. I don't want to wait for Tio to get 4 turns. And they don't have a lot of HP, to be fair. I feel like I'm going to destroy them. He works part-time to aid his family. Oh. Son of a doctor at the hospital, defiant to his father's wishes. Fair. Can I even reach? Can't. I mean, I get another turn immediately. Still can't reach. I'm still gonna move. I'm just gonna move away. I'll move over here. See? See? Oh, one of them changed targets. That's pretty rare. Let's blind them all. I kind of wish she had some AoE. I'll have Tio just analyze the last one. Yeah, just hit somebody, I guess. I should probably do some spells, actually. Alright, Liang. Skilled with his hands and good at billiards. Alright. I'm guessing the Earthcrack never misses. Ooh, fucking sealed him. I can only hit one at a time. Kind of sucks. Also, I should heal Lloyd, even though I'm gonna miss out on a rush. If I land on the rush, Tio gets another turn immediately, doesn't she? With a spell? I'm glad that missed. Oh, hell yeah, she does. That works for me. Summon Zite. Let's do a Salamander. Which how is he doing? Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's hit these two. They have so many statuses. Man, get fucking sealed. Alright, let's just hit these two. The other two are sealed, so like I don't give a fuck about them. Don't get too cocky. This is so easy. I mean, that guy's gonna die to burn. He was just standing there. I think this is enough. Is everyone okay? You got us good. You're certainly a force to be reckoned with. How come we couldn't take you down with a relentless assault like that? It's all thanks to the techniques we learned to restrain a target. They're difficult to master, but can prove very effective on small groups once you get the hang of them. The detective has to not only protect himself, but also those around him. We undergo extensive training to stay calm, no matter the level of stress. You can all do well to train how to protect yourselves too. I suppose you cops aren't all talk. Let that be a lesson learned for us. We may have been defeated this time, but I feel like I can take them on next time. All it took was a bit of roughhousing to get them to cozy up to us. We could have maybe got a bit easier on them though. Oh well, it'll be a good learning experience for them. I do not suspect there will be any problems based on their demeanor. Bullshit. Huh? The Saber Vipers? Why did they come here? What's up with you guys? What kind of cops break out into a fight in the middle of the downtown district? Those blue bastards look like they got their asses handed to them. What did you just say? You're the last people I want to hear that from. You want a piece of us? We'll take you on right here, right now. Yeah, cool it. There's something I want to get straight first. The hell is the meaning of all this? You called us out here for a fight, didn't you? We wanted to take on 4 against 4 without our leaders getting involved. I'm used to your holier-than-thou shtick, but now you're fooling around with the damn cops. You arrived at just the right time. Let us begin the duel between the SSS and the Saber Vipers. Huh? Wait, what? What the hell do you mean by that? Use this opportunity to learn some much-needed self-defense techniques. You'll need the training to protect yourselves against the Mafia. What better way to learn is there than to fight? So what you're saying is the cops are out here to train us? Ah, get a load of this guy. He's out of his damn mind. How are they gonna train us? He must be tripping. There's nothing a bunch of useless cops can teach us. Taking lessons from the stupid shithead squad? Nice joke. Let's show them that the Vipers can wipe the floor with some no-good pigs. Let's kick their asses. And I'll beat them into the ground. Well, that was easy to convince them. Hold on, this isn't what we had planned. Actually, forget it. They're not going to listen to us. You sure fighting them back-to-back is a good idea? You got a plan? There's not much we can do other than fight. Elie, are you going to be alright? Yes, I'll manage. Seconded. We will go all out if we must. I think we'll have to if we want to come out on top, so don't hold anything back. Take your places, Special Sports Section, Saber Vipers. Let the battle commence. Lol. Yeah, and I gotta battle scope all 4 of them. They don't have a lot of HP. Staunchly follows Walled. Alright. Even if I attack, delay him, he still gets the crit. If I attack and then S-craft with Randy, I think I'm gonna one-shot them. So I can't do that. As funny as it would be to wipe the floor with them, I do want their battle info. Very simple-minded and can lose his temper easily. You don't say. Hot-blooded and short-tempered, starts brawls for amusement. Okay. This last one. Just recovered from being attacked, takes care of younger members. Just double check. Alright, we all good. Do a little heal. Oh, there's another crit. I could just ask crap for Randy. That means I have to not use any CP. Let's encourage. Yeah, I can hit all 4. Yeah, I knew. Oh, we didn't. Oh, we didn't one-shot them all. I mean, they're burning, so they're gonna die. But you know. Bye. Oh, so close to 20 for the other 2. At least I'm getting my battle scopes back. Made it by the skin of our teeth. What are you talking about, Lloyd? Shit. Damn cops. You kidding me? How the hell do we lose to them? We're no better than those boo bastards. I don't believe this. You're telling me we're just as weak as those hooded freaks? That's what you're concerned about? They really are sworn rivals. Let me state one thing. The Testaments will never falter to the likes of those Saber Viper scum. You imbeciles lack the mental capacity to outwit us. You said it, they can't hope to compete with us. The hell was that? You asking for an ass kicking? Everyone calm down. You are all far too quick to anger. Seems you all still have enough energy to spare. Let us engage in combat one final time. Is it gonna be 4v8? Huh? Another battle? The rules are simple. Whoever is able to bring the police officers to their knees first will be deemed victorious. Are these terms agreeable for everyone? Is this why they're so weak individually because I have to fight them all at once? Maybe I shouldn't have used Randy's... all of his CP. This is ridiculous. Why do you keep dragging us further into this? Is it not obvious? The only way to truly take this seriously is if you feel your life is on the line. Let's get him. You better not hold us back. God damn it. This isn't looking good. I don't think we can take them all on like this. Is Avis gonna be in it too? We ain't going down without a fight. Alright, let the battle commence. Teal's almost 200. Let's do the suction spell. Put it right there. Could cure our stat downs. I don't know if it's worth a turn though. It is really cheap. If I do a big spell, it'll go off after the suction spell. It's area S. That one's gonna go before the spell though. I think I need to it has to be one of these two, I think. That might hit everyone if they're all like clumped together. It just depends on who's in the center, and I think that guy will end up in the center because he's already closest. So we'll do that. I'll also make everyone blind. Okay, they're all still in the circle. That's what matters. I could up this even more. How do I get this team rush? Should I even wait, or should I just ask crap with Tio right now? I think she'll just kill him. Let's just do it. You're fucked. That was pretty easy. They're now ahead in XP because they got extra for being a lower level. That's kind of funny. It's over. We are victorious. That was intense. Also very short. I can't believe they took all of us on at the same time. Damn it, how'd they beat us? You will understand. Now, relying on brute force alone isn't enough to carry you through a fight. You possess a strong offense, but your defense is far too lacking. To put in simpler terms, you're all inexperienced. What? Why is this dude lecturing us all of a sudden? Beats the hell out of me. You guys are plenty strong. I wouldn't mind teaching you the basics. What do you say? Would you like to learn some of our defense tactics? Hell no, I ain't getting taught by no stinking pigs. We're leaving, boys. Yeah. That big dude always sounds like he's full of it. I don't get him. Not like I'd ever listen to him. They're as dim-witted as ever. I doubt they'd grasp those techniques even if they tried their whole lives. Yeah, I hear you. Completely tossed aside a valuable learning experience. Well, I'm just glad you guys got something out of it. That makes what we did here worth it. Agreed, though I must admit I'm pretty exhausted. We'll be taking our leave, if you'll excuse us then. If you'd like to take a rest, our bar is open to you. Hope that exercise serves as as adequate training for you as well. Huh? Wait, what? The battle is over. Let us withdraw. I was convinced I was gonna have to fight Abbas too. Abbas planned this all from the start, didn't he? He even managed to get the Saber Vipers to play along. Certainly seems that way. He managed to play us like a fiddle, eh? Screw that guy. Indeed, I am utterly exhausted. However, the delinquents may straighten their attitude as a result of his speech. You're right, we managed to accomplish our goal, too. I think it's safe to say we've wrapped up everything we need to do. Let's head out. Ready when you are. Oh, I forgot about the combo attack. That would be in the special thing. An area L. Attacks with a lightning bullet and a rapid charge. And I can activate it on either turn, I believe. That would make sense. Well, we'll have to see that another day. It is that time of night for me to stop. I'm gonna. I plan to be back tomorrow. We will likely, or we should, get the other side quests done tomorrow and move forward. So yeah. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.